rain-soaked old Peter Mokaba Stadium, where Rise and Shine are holding the Buccaneers at the moment. Orlando Pirates seeking to stay top of the Betway Premiership standings, but in the capital city, it is Mamelodi Sundowns who are leading Lamontfort Golden Arrows, and as things stand, have ascended to the summits. So about to get back underway. Orlando Pirates only failed until today to score in the first half of one of their last 5 league games, and that was a defeat against Mamelodi Sundowns. But Polokwane City have been able to shut them out. The side with the 3rd best defensive record in the league this season. They have scored in 16 of 18 games this season, Orlando Pirates. In fact, there's only one side who shut them out, and that's Kukuni United. Match day 1 defeats. They suffered 1-0 and then a 0-0 draw in their opening league match of 2026. But aside from that, they have scored in every other game. They have a good away record as well this season, as they want to put pressure. Rise and Shine again at 8 away games in the league without a defeat, 6 wins over that period since losing to Gallants in their first away game of the season. Polis turns this brilliantly around the corner, but cracks it. Can't keep it down. A man who we've become so accustomed to seeing drilling shots low has ballooned this one.
Yeah, great touch from De Jong, and then Polis just didn't get his body over that one. He thought he had more time than he really did. The onrushing defender just putting Mbata off.
For De Jong once again. Way by Nikan. Guni making a nuisance of himself. De Jong. It's going to be done by De Jong, and the ball from Mofokeng almost makes its way to Dino van Rooyen, who came to a dead halt instead of coming to meet the ball. Slipped away from him.
The ball was played a little bit just behind him, so he needed to wait for that one from Rooyen instead of running onto it.
Mamelodi Sundowns have extended their lead against Lamontfort Golden Arrows. From Rangers continues hot form now. De Jong, he had Mokgopa waiting. Another save and in from the header. Well, he recently scored his first ever headed goal. Rele Mofokeng away to Amazulu at the beginning of last month, and he has another now to finally break down this stubborn Polokwane City defense.
And the Pirates strike early in the second half.
You have to feel for that man. He made 2 saves before it eventually went past him.
He has been at his best, and it's celebrations all round. Instrumental was De Jong, as we see the goal scorer tap the badge. Great movement here from De Jong. Lovely threaded ball through there. A drop of the shoulder there, beating the Polokwane defender. A bit scruffy, but William Mofokeng on hand to head it home. It was De Jong that tried to pick up the hopper. Apollos with the attempt, and Mofokeng with the finish.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the irony here is that as well as Matibula did to fly across to divert that cross away, Mokgopa looked to be in an offside position. So he's tried to prevent the ball from going to Mokgopa, palmed it back into action. Mokgopa, Kaula. Apollos, a deflection, takes it away from goal. Who knows where that would have ended up.
Makes a punch from a standing position there, Apollos. Difficult to propel power from that, but nice crack there. His head on the line is the captain, Nikani.
Can Polokwane City break this Pirates side down? A side that have conceded in only 2 of their last 12 games in all competitions. It's absolutely remarkable. In from Dion Hotto! The effort wide.
There's a lovely in-swinger there from a gentleman that just made his 300th appearance there. Young got a touch, not enough on it. Lovely in-swinger there.
Gabriel Mahango, a 5th-minute goal in 2019-20's 4-1 win, in which he scored a hat-trick this season. They were relegated. Polokwane City now. Chance for an instant impact here. Moremi opts not to pull the trigger. He was looking to set up Potuma. It's in from Dion Hotto. The most convincing clearance from Manuel Kambala.
Most immediate contribution there. Lovely touch on from Batuma. Moremi at the end of that.
Well, they have made a habit of scoring through substitutes this season. 8 of their goals in the Betway Premiership have been scored via substitutes. That's more than any other team in the division. There's Dion Hotto. Players queuing up, but he couldn't execute the cross.
Yeah, those changes for Orlando Pirates. Touch from Batuma, brilliant. One touch to get it past the goalkeeper. Not sure why he never took his chances, did Moremi. Trying to pick out Batuma. This is the fusion there in the ranks of defense for Polokwane City.
64% of the possession so far. This is slightly below what they managed against Polokwane City in the first league meeting of the season back in October. There's actually been only one instance where they've had a larger share of possession against any team in the league this season. That was at the end of January against Magesi. They had 71%. Another ball locating a player inside the box. This time Yanen and Batuma, he can't do anything with it. Also Napoloslo has found Mufokeng. Deflection made it tricky for Matibula, who was still equal to the task.
Looking to get the nail in the coffin there. To drop of the shoulders there. Really Mufokeng with the attempt.
Out to the flank, Dino van Rooyen, Moremi, Apollos, brilliant, brilliant, oh! Wide off the mark, a feather-like touch from Yanenem Batuma that trickled just past the post.
Aristotle football. I'd love to have counted the passes up until that. Yes, a little bit heavy there. Well done once again from Matibula. Came out and made the angle very small for Batuma.
Going to get them over the finish line here is Patrick Maswanyani as his last touchline preparations in anticipation of his imminent involvement. Not since a second ever meeting as Polokwane City. Oh, poor level! Can you believe it? Out of virtually nothing, they have managed to snatch a leveler here. Polokwane Dlamini.
You mentioned the danger of Dlamini early on.
Yeah.
His 3rd league goal for the season. What would be best described as a sucker punch. Orlando Pirates in total control, but a lapse of concentration sees Polokwane draw level.
Well, it's classic Polokwane City in that they look long and it's opportunistic.
Yeah. Shouldn't have let it bounce there, just in behind the defense there. Desperate lunge as it trickles past Sipo Chain. They couldn't do much.
Dion Hotto. Hotto's ball in is a good one! Oh,
Yes,
there
it
it is! Back in front! Makes amends for his earlier miss. It's Tito off the bench. That's nine goals from substitutes in the Betway Prem this season for Orlando Pirates.
It's oozing with quality. Wadu remains calm. It's a Dion Hotto delivery and a Maswanganyi reprieve. He got an opportunity earlier, couldn't squeeze it in. What a response, cool, calm, collected.
Yep.
From Maswanganyi and Orlando Pirates. It's Moremi that threads it through. Lovely ball played into space. It allows Hotto to have one touch, which is a cross, and no defender at the far post. Maswanganyi exacts revenge.
60th top flight assist for Dion Hotto to set up Maswanganyi for what could be the winner as Tito hits half a dozen league goals. Final whistle sounds. What a fabulous night of Betway Premiership action. Well, Polokwane City showed great resolve to find a way back into this game after Orlando Pirates had taken the lead, but it wasn't long before they re-established their advantage through Patrick Maswanganyi. And the sides that started the day at the top of the table look like they will be finishing as the Betway Premiership leaders. Mamelodi Sundowns is still leading Lamontville Golden Arrows, but by 2 goals to 1, which would keep Orlando Pirates on top on goal difference. And Orlando Pirates are the first side in the Betway Premiership this season to pay a visit to Polokwane, to pay a visit to Limpopo's capital, and depart with all 3 points against Rise and Shine. So another wonderful